Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Rise Together. Pretty excited about this because it's going to be a unique look inside or maybe even behind the curtain here at Walmart a little bit. So, as you can notice, we're in a little bit different setting that we normally do our Rise Together podcast. And so we are in downtown Bentonville, literally on the square. There's a little place just around the corner called Pace. And Pace is a organization that helps companies do different content for all kinds of things, whether that's magazine content like the Walmart World or content for like My Local Social. And so I'm talking with Lauren right now about some of that content and what they do for us here at Walmart, or how you help Walmart really produce content for our social networks.
Yeah, absolutely. You forgot to mention that right here on the square, just steps away, the Five and Dime, the Spark Cafe, the Walmart Museum, and Sam Walton's truck.
It's true.
It's right there.
So, trivia question below. What year and make was Sam's pickup truck that you can see at the Walmart Museum? Comment below, because that'll be interesting in and of itself. I should have talked about the Walmart Museum. In fact, I'm probably going to have to run over there now and do a quick little segment.
I love it.
In the Walmart Museum. But let's get back to what you do and how you are coming alongside.
I'm helping Walmart create content by...
Yeah, like today. We were just in a store just a little while ago doing some content for what? I don't even know where it's going.
So to the internet. That is going to end up on the My Local Social app that you use regularly, right?
I do use very regularly.
All the time. And then it'll also go on Instagram to the JLP page, which you also follow very closely.
Just like picture.
Yes, just like picture. So that is what I do a lot of days, is I go to the store and I capture content for those tools for associates to use them.
So I think here's a great question then. What are some of the tips or things that you see very often when you're out there recording and doing content with our stores and our associates that would help associates better plan to do good content? Like, what are some tips that they could take with them and run with to do great content for their stores?
Yeah, so I think that one, to be super fair, I haven't been in enough stores seeing people doing poor things to like really say.
Well, there you go. Well, let's not talk about the poor things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what makes them great.
Sam's choice.
We've been joking about this, but there's the shot.
So one thing I think that is really cool about the tool and that it's like in local stores is that you can make it to fit your community and your store. So, we were just at the store in Bentonville and there were Bentonville High School t-shirts everywhere. And they're a really good football team. They're in the playoffs tonight. That's something that local store could talk about. And that's something that anybody can do. So making it fit your community, your store, your customer, and what appeals to them. And then the other big thing would be to not be scared of the outcome of what you're doing and to just like have fun and be creative, because it's going to come through. Even if it's not fun or creative, if you're trying to be fun and creative, it's going to still come through. That's
exciting.
Yeah.
Sure. And we did some of that.
Yeah, but it was pretty fun.
I had more fun than I think you did.
I did not have fun.
I think that's a great call out. So talking about the idea that you need to be local because, hence My Local Social, right? But there are 5,000 stores out there. What's going to distinguish your store for your local market, your local community? It's going to be those things. Your high school team, the things that are exciting to you, the things that you're passionate about. Your customers are going to identify with you, the associate in that store, and be passionate about what you're passionate about.
Right. Or we were in Boston last week and we got to speak with an assistant manager there, and he speaks fluent Spanish, and he said a lot of people that come into their store in that area of town. We were south of Boston, and so he makes it a point he wants to speak Spanish a lot more on their social channels to relate to those customers, and which is also a great thing you can do if you know that you have a different language and one of your associates can speak whatever language it is that's prominent in your community. German, French.
You can keep going. Any language,
Well,
really. So that's good information for our associate in the store. What are some lessons? Because we were talking before this. You've had a list of things that you've done in your life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man! I've been to the Grand Canyon, and
yeah, like actual events.
Yeah.
No, you've met pretty cool people. You've been around different individuals. So, what are some leadership lessons or life stories that you can share that would help anybody move to that next level?
A leadership life lesson that I have learned in my life, man, from working. I'll tell you what, Serge has really been talking a lot the past 24 hours that I've been with him. It feels like longer, but it's only been 24 hours.
I thought you were going to put a period there. He's been talking a lot the last 24 hours.
He's talking a lot about having a positive attitude at work, and it does make a big difference. I would definitely say it's a lot more fun to go into a situation with somebody who has a good attitude than somebody who doesn't have a good attitude. And to, wake up and realize that, like, this is where I am, this is what I'm doing, I can be miserable. And if you're miserable, you're going to make everyone else miserable. If you're happy, you're not necessarily going to make other people happy, but you're not going to make them miserable. And that's definitely something that in the last, I'm still fairly new to this situation that we're in right now, but just trying really hard to, like, take it as it comes and, like, be happy. And I feel pretty fortunate that I get to go to Walmart almost every day, sometimes 4 to 6 times a day. Last week I went to 3 different stores. 2 of them I think I went to twice.
Wow.
And none of those were for personal reasons. I was there for work, and it was like, it's really fun to me to get to go into a store, take photos, take videos, talk to associates, learn about their life and what they're doing. And I feel like I've been pleasantly surprised with how happy associates are to talk to me and, like, tell me their story and how long they worked at Walmart. And it's not something I do a lot normally when I used to go to Walmart. When I was on the other side of it, I would always notice their name tag and, like, how long they've worked there, but I don't know that I ever, like, super engaged in conversations with my cashier.
Sure. Well, I think there's 2 things I want to unpack that you just mentioned. Number 1 would be right where you were just talking about. If we're in a store and we see you guys come in to shoot video and content, anything to relax, just tell us, hey, it's okay. Like, it's going to be all right. We're going to shoot this content. We don't need to worry about different things. Does that make sense?
Your shelves should look good.
Sure. So we got to zone that up, obviously. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm still learning. Zone it up.
Yeah, you got to zone that up.
Got to ZU that.
Stripe it.
Got to zone that up. ZTU. Zone that up.
Are you going to make up your own
Yep.
as we go?
There's so many Walmart.
There are a lot of acronyms and slang. And
so ZTU.
We call tribal knowledge.
ZTU, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Is there anything you should know if I came into your store with a camera?
Yeah, I think because in the way I see a lot of individuals, I see associates get really worried. Like when people show up for the visit, and we kind of get really concerned. But that's not what we want. I mean, we're family. We want to see each other succeed, and that's what this is all about. Actually, is helping put ourselves in a position to have more success. And right now, we're talking about success on social media.
So I have always used the approach with people that I am putting on camera. I've been doing this for a long time. Is I call it the Jimmy Fallon approach, even though he seems to get a lot of flack for it. But, like, it's to me a fangirl approach, and to, like, be really excited, like, with them and for them and what they're doing, and be interested in them.
Sure.
And we're not here to, like, make people look silly or stupid. And if you don't want to do something, don't do it. Like, Serge did some Fortnite dances for me a couple hours ago, and he didn't really want to do it, but he put on that good attitude and he did it. And then because he did it, and I know he really didn't want to do it, I did one.
It's true.
And I definitely didn't want to do it, but I did, and it, like, just carried over. So I would say if you feel comfortable at all being in front of a camera, that it's mainly going associate to associate. So you're just going to be helping out your fellow associate in another store, or maybe even in your store, and you're definitely going to be helping me out. So always run to me if you see me in your store.
And I think that's the push right now, is we want you to be real and honest with yourselves in your own stores. Use My Local Social.
Yep.
Try to put yourself maybe a little bit outside the comfort zone and put out some content and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like a quick boomerang, so like... or a Fortnite dance.
Did you really just...
Yeah.
I think that's where it is.
Just
That was perfect. Without the boomerang, we just did the whole app.
Yeah, just
so
a little
exciting.
boomerang, quick video with the product or whatever.
I'm going to try to make this salvageable. So let's go back. Let's go back. There was one more thing that you said that I really wanted to unpack. And, growing up here in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And so you talked about that briefly before we were actually on the show. But I think that I want to hear this perspective. Give us the snapshot. You grew up right here. You went to school at Arkansas. Do you need to call the pigs? Or are we good? We
It's
can move
hogs,
on.
and no, I won't do that to you because you all know it already.
Everyone that watches knows.
I grew up down the road.
Okay.
Spent a lot of time in Bentonville growing up. Always knew Walmart was here. Went to the University of Arkansas. Actually, let's go back just a couple of years. Is when I was young and super impressionable. Sam Walton was still alive. He got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The Razorbacks won the national championship in basketball, and we were still decent at football, and Bill Clinton was president. So it was like high times in Arkansas.
Sure.
Like, it was a great place to grow up. I would recommend it. It's a great place. And went to the school at the University of Arkansas, went to the Sam M. Walton College of Business every day. I skipped some, but most days. And left Arkansas, went to Dallas for a few years, and it was time to come home. And people used to always kind of like roll their eyes and say, "Why are you going home?" And I always told people, sometimes the order changed, but it was always my nephews, Walmart, and the Razorbacks. Like, it was time to be closer to those three things that I love so much. And I feel like growing up in Arkansas and being so close to Walmart, I've gotten to see a much different side to Walmart than like what you usually see on the news or,
What you can see on the news.
Yes, what you can
At
see on the news.
times.
Sometimes it seems harsh or not right, but I've seen what Walmart has done for this community and how it's spread to all of Northwest Arkansas, what they've done for the University of Arkansas and just the campus and the business school and so many things that Walmart doesn't put their name on. But like you just know that it was Walmart. And I mean,
you're right. I mean, there are some incredible restaurants here. There's incredible business here, not just in Bentonville, but Northwest Arkansas, like you said.
Yeah.
There's the incredible Pathfinder or the trails for the bikes,
Yep.
and there's so many cool things in this small town of Bentonville.
Yep.
I think, like you were talking about earlier, the sports teams are incredible. The not just Arkansas, but we're talking about high schools and the school system in and of itself is incredible. And so there's so many things happening in Bentonville.
Yeah, Northwest Arkansas is, like years ago, I read that it was like the most economically sound region in the country because it's just constantly growing. I don't know if that's still true. That was a long time ago.
All we know is
but
it's cool.
It's like there's always something going on here these days because of what Walmart has done for this community, and on top, like pushed other businesses to do. I feel like with
Sure.
Vendor World is what I've always called it on the outside is Vendor World, and then even having two other Fortune 500 companies down the road, and Walmart works with them, and like how much they've grown and like what they're doing for the community. And I always feel like Walmart is the one who usually is taking that first step in doing something, and it's been really cool to see Bentonville go from kind of this sleepy little town to there's like James Beard chefs here, and there's the art museum that's
Crystal Bridges
insane.
is amazing.
Free.
And the Amazeum.
Amazeum?
Is that how you say it?
Yes, I'm not
There's
a child.
There's so many
never-
cool things.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just saying.
Crystal Bridges is free because Walmart pays for that. Like,
Well, yes.
ish.
Walmart family and all that
Well,
good
you
stuff.
know,
But it is
it's
what
on
it
the ticket. It says.
is. So here's the last question that we always ask everyone.
Okay.
What does the spark mean to you? Now, which is going to be interesting, being a complete outsider of Walmart.
I think.
You know what the spark is?
I do now. No,
Yeah,
I do. I think honestly, what I've seen in the few weeks that I've been here, I'm like I said, still pretty new to this job and this role, but I think the spark is the associates, and it's what's driving the company every single day. Like, you know, we're here at the home office all the time, and like you get to see the behind the curtain and like what goes on and marketing meetings and this and that, but like being in the store, it's the like associates are what they're getting it done.
Again, thank you so much for sitting down with us, talking to the audience that is Walmart Associates about what you do with Walmart. So biggest plug that we can make is if you want to support Pace and what they're up to with the way they're supporting us, go pick yourself up a Walmart World Magazine.
Walmart World Magazine. Use the MLS
my local social
app.
Use the app. Have any questions?
Content. Hopefully it'll get out there and it'll help you, help your store and customers.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.